Hello, my name is Mindy Diller, and I'm a local dietitian here in Lubbock, Texas, and in the West Texas area. And today I am talking to you about grocery shopping for your health. So normally we shop just based on what we want to eat or what we want to purchase. But shopping for your health takes a little more consideration and a little practice along the way. And then this too, shopping for your health, will be something that you will not have to work so hard at because you'll be used to it. But retraining what we've done for years takes a little bit of consideration, so that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. So shopping can be confusing. Where do you start? What do you buy? And how do you maybe stay on budget if that is something that's important to you? That is important to most of us. So I'll give you some guides on all these things. Where do I start? So basically, you have to have a game plan before you can attempt to go shopping, especially when you're trying to shop for health, or if you have certain conditions or diseases that you have to plan your foods and snacks and different things throughout the day around. So I'm going to talk to you about the 3 P's of shopping on a budget. And those 3 P's are based on plan, purchase, and prepare. So first, when you're getting ready to plan a trip to the grocery store, you're going to plan your meals and snacks for the week according to a budget, or maybe if you are a diabetic or have heart disease, then you're going to plan some of those low calorie, low carbohydrate, low sodium, or low salt foods that you might need to include on your list. And you want to find some quick and easy recipes that your family would enjoy, or maybe something you want to try new that's cost effective and won't break the bank or your grocery budget. And you want to include meals that will stretch throughout the week or the month, stretching expensive food items. So you can create stews and casseroles, or stir-fried dishes that will incorporate several things, such as a protein, a starch, and some fruits and vegetables possibly. Of course, you're going to make your grocery list in advance so you can stay on track. And you're going to check for sales and coupons in local papers or online, or even consider some discount stores if that's important to you as well. And you're going to ask about a loyalty card at your grocery store. Some stores have discount programs. And there's some other local grocery stores here in town that I will discuss here in a little while about different benefits. Maybe not loyalty purchase cards, but healthy benefits for their consumers and their guests. So next we're going to talk about purchase. That's our 2nd P of grocery shopping, and that's buy groceries when you're not hungry. So when you're not rushed or extremely hungry before you go to the grocery store, it helps you to keep on track. That way you don't buy impulse items or things that just sound really good. It'll be easier to follow your list. Which brings us to the point to stick to the grocery list and stay out of the aisles that don't contain items on your list. You can buy store brands if they're cheaper, or name brands. If it's something that you're considering, just turn over the product and read the nutrition label to see if there's any difference, and maybe choose one with lower fat or even lower salt. And you want to find and compare unit prices listed on the shelves to get the best price. On your price tag, there will be a small number on there that says price per container. And so let's take a vitamin, for instance. On your price tag, it will give the actual price. Let's say we are going to buy a multivitamin for $5.99. And then off to the side, it'll give you small digits or small numbers that will tell you how many capsules or tablets are in the bottle and how much each actual tablet costs. So this might be a great way for you to compare prices as well, per item inside a container. So you can purchase some items in bulk if necessary, or as family packs with usually less cost. So maybe you can get a triple pack of something and pay a couple of dollars more, but overall it'll save you more in the long run. Choose fresh fruits and vegetables that are in season. And then again, you can buy canned vegetables with lower salt or sodium. And we're going to talk more about that here in a few minutes, how to get some of those best buys in the freezer and on the shelf stable and in the produce section. Pre-cut fruits and vegetables, individual cups, sometimes can be pricey. So watch out for those. If you can buy maybe a regular container of oatmeal compared to some individual ones that are a little bit more expensive. So keep that in mind, that sometimes the bigger packages are lower in price. And remember that when you're buying convenience foods, a lot of times those are going to be a little bit more expensive, maybe have less prep time, or maybe they have more. It just depends. So know what you're purchasing. So our third P is going to be to prepare. So some meal items can be prepared in advance or pre-cooked on days when you have time. Maybe Sunday is a low and relaxing day for most of us. And then this is an opportunity for you to cook your chicken breast that you plan on having throughout the week, or go ahead and cook up a batch of rice to put in the refrigerator so you can add it to certain meals. So double or triple up on recipes and freeze meal-sized containers of soups and casseroles and divide into individual portions. One item that is really handy to do this with is meatloaf or muffins, or using muffin pans to create smaller portions such as breads, meatloaf, or even hamburger patties. You can freeze those and use those as an easy, quick protein and carbohydrate to add to a quick meal. So try a few meatless meals a couple of times a week if you can. Choosing beans and peas over a meat protein is a great way to lower your cost, and sometimes can be even quicker to prepare. Try no-cook meals like salads. Sometimes building a salad bar on your own cabinet and letting your family or just a few of you choose the items that you prefer on the salad bar. Incorporate leftovers into a new meal. There are many websites and magazines and tools to teach you how to stretch your dollar and incorporate meals a couple of times a week and turning them into new actual meals. So be creative with fruits and vegetables and use it in different ways during the week. We already know the 3 Ps and the things that maybe we need to consider before we go to the grocery store. But here's some other benefits that might help you as you shop as well. So the game plan. Customer benefits and rewards at different grocery stores is a great way to stretch your budget and maybe use some benefits that they offer. Many of our local grocery stores have websites with menus and shopping lists. And you can look for nutritional programs. Some stores encourage health benefits and programs within their actual grocery stores. So these are things such as tagging programs and star programs, or even a healthy number program. And one example of that is called NuVal. So local grocery stores have several health benefits and attributes to help you have better nutritional shopping. The NuVal Nutrition Tagging Program is a number system that you can see right on the price tag to help you choose better nutritional items. They also have a health tagging system on the shelves that leads you to diabetic-friendly products, low-sugar products, heart-healthy products, high-fiber, gluten-free, and different aspects for your health. Dietitian picks are also another benefit that they have at local grocery store. And then the nutritional grocery store tours that are offered by their registered dietitians. They also have healthy meals and shopping lists on their website. So I encourage you to seek out some of these programs at your local grocery stores to see what they offer. Menu preparation. So making a menu, first you want to create what kind of foods you're going to eat throughout the week, and then create your list off of that menu. You can use coupons or budgeting in different foods that will work well with your menu. Use the local sales ads that come out weekly. Certainly, again, we're going to remember to eat before you shop, because it's easier to stay on task and stay on a budget when you're not hungry. And this one is kind of interesting and not always possible, but leaving the kids at home. Sometimes our kids are a great help at the grocery store, but other times they may help distract us with maybe foods that we wouldn't normally choose for our health. So maybe grabbing a babysitter or having a family member watch the kids. That way you can get in and out and stick to your list. Printable menus from websites. This is a great tool. You can search different websites to find maybe calorie menus that fit your need or your family's. There's a couple of examples here with eatingwell.com or nourishinteractive.com, and there's so many more. Maybe your favorite magazine, such as Women's Day or Red Book, or even Women's Health or Men's Health. Most of those magazines have a website where you can download different menus and shopping lists as well. So getting the family cooking and planning. Even though you want to leave the kids at home while you do some grocery shopping from time to time, getting them involved in the kitchen is a great way to get them to try new foods, and you too. So try something new. Did you know it takes 7 tries before your taste buds get used to a new flavor? So remember, don't just try it once, try it several times before you give up. And try one new fruit or vegetable each month. If you think about it, that's 24 new foods in 1 year. So we're going to talk about retraining your brain. When planning menus, first pick produce. You're going to pick the produce that you and your family enjoy, and you're going to add lots of colors to your plate. Make half your plate fruits and vegetables. Then you can choose your lean protein and your whole grains. So what is lean protein? Again, we'll just go over a couple of things here. Lean protein is chicken with no skin on it, and some lean ground beef. There's so many different choices for ground beef if you're using that, especially on a budget. And so anytime you can choose a darker red ground meat, the less fat it will contain. There's usually 80-20 and then so on. So a good one to choose is the higher lean number on a ground beef. So there's 80-20, the 80% on ground beef is going to be the lean, and the 20% is going to be the fat. So you can choose a leaner meat, maybe 96-4 or something like that might be the highest lean meat that you could choose. And whole grains, you're going to choose whole grains. Those are breads and pastas, tortillas, cereals, and try to choose half of those and make those whole grain. Of course, the new choosemyplate.gov, the portion plate that kind of shows us what a healthy meal should look like on our plate. So it's just reminding you to eat fruits and vegetables, half your plate, full of colors, a small portion of lean protein, and a whole grain. So what should you fill your basket with? Well, again, we're talking about all those fruits and vegetables and making half our plates fruits and vegetables. But how many should we have a day? About 5 to 7 servings? And that sounds like a lot. But the reason is because it's very filling. It's loaded with fiber, and fiber attaches to fat and helps pull it out of our body. It's lower in calories, lower in fat, and sometimes lower in sugars. But you do have to watch out for some of those fruits. Some of those fruits do have very high natural sugars. But overall, their calories are very low. So variety, we get lots of different colors, vitamins and minerals when we choose different fruits and vegetables with lots of colors. How about if you just don't like vegetables? We call those the veggie haters. Well, have you ever considered maybe adding more fruits instead? Or even taking a really good quality multivitamin along with those fruits if you're not getting all the vegetables. We need these fruits and vegetables so we can get all the vitamins and minerals that our body requires and needs for good function. So fruits and vegetables per day. 5 to 7 servings sounds like a lot. So I just put together maybe a simple day to show you how this might look. So for breakfast, we added a banana to whatever breakfast we were having. So that was 1 serving. I do want to warn you a little bit about bananas. Have you ever seen a giant banana at the grocery store? I call those mammoth-sized bananas, or a mammoth banana. And generally, sometimes those can be 2 or 3 servings of fruit. So, and although we want more fruits and vegetables, a mammoth banana can be anywhere from 200 to 250 calories. So choose the smaller size banana or share it with a family member. At lunch, you had a salad added to your lunch meal, and it was 2 to 3 servings of fruits and vegetables. And then how about a snack later on in the day? You had some yogurt and an apple. And then at dinner, we had a side vegetable, Brussels sprouts or asparagus or cabbage or whatever it might be. So there we are getting 6 servings that day. So it's not as hard as we think. This is kind of a neat study that I read about, and it is shoppers increased produce by 102%. And how did they do that? Well, they kept all the fresh produce in the front of the big part of the basket. And then they kept their processed foods in the top small part of the basket. That way they were able to increase their fruits and vegetable intake and limit some of those processed foods that are really high in fat and salt. And I've included some websites here for you to read those research documents and see for yourself how that study really came about. So some tips for success. Is fresh food best? A lot of times we hear that we have to buy fresh food or organic, and that's not always true. If you prefer organic, then that's great. Fresh food is recommended, sure. It's nutritious, it's sometimes low cost, sometimes it's on sale, but a convenient part is you can even purchase pre-cut fresh fruits and vegetables. They're easy to carry and to port around. Maybe they make for fast and fresh fixes when they're pre-cut or already chopped and ready for our cooking. The only thing to consider is that nutrients degrades. And what I mean by that is that when you have fruits and vegetables on the counter or even in the refrigerator, they can start losing their moisture, their vitamins and minerals, basically because they're wasting away or going bad. So sometimes we have to have a really good plan when we're using fresh foods. So how about benefits of canned foods? Canned foods are nutritious also. A lot of times they're low in cost and we can get some great sales on them as well. They have a long shelf life because we can keep them in our cabinet for up to a year. You can have year-round availability. They're convenient because you just open the can. We can carry them places or take them with us on our lunches to work. They're certainly fast fixes and we have lots of variety to choose from. However, there are some things that we have to watch out for in those canned goods. We're going to look for low sodium, maybe no sugar added in our fruits, low fat. Another thing to look for our fruits is in own juice or unsweetened. So benefits of frozen produce. Frozen produce can be just as nutritious as fresh and canned. So fruits and vegetables chosen for freezing tend to be processed at their very peak ripeness, with optimal nutrients. So of course, many of them are very nutritious. They have a long shelf life because you get to place them in the freezer. They have year-round availability, much like our canned. They are convenient. They've already been partially cooked or chopped. So they are fast fixes, and again, lots of variety. So you want to look for items that are low sodium, no sugar added, low in fat and unsweetened. A lot of times you have to turn this package over and read the ingredients label to make sure that it doesn't have butter or gravies added to them. So what's in your wallet? What's in your wallet may depend on what's in your basket. Healthy foods do not have to be pricey. And I'll show you a comparison here in just a moment. But we just talked about all the benefits that can, for convenience can be healthy. You can get it from frozen, fresh, canned, or dried foods. Healthy and affordable. So fruits and vegetables, you're going to look for fresh, frozen, and canned, like we just talked about. Your whole grains that can be affordable, well, you're going to look for rice, pasta, and cereals. And how about affordable proteins? Those are beans, eggs, tuna, or tofu if you're vegetarian. And then dairies. You can look for low-fat milk, cheeses, and yogurts. And thank you for joining us today.
This program is intended for the private use of health.edu subscribers. Any rebroadcast or redistribution without the express written permission of health.edu is prohibited.